video, I will show you how you can spawn meteors every 2 seconds and how we can spawn the ships that we defined in our data table spawn. As you can see, now we have one ship and we have some big meteors, some small, some medium meteors every 2 seconds be created. Let's see how we can do that. For doing that, we need to go to a spawn manager, and in here at the begin play, what we want to do, we want to be able to spawn the big meteor every, for example, 2 seconds, but the ships, we wanted to spawn it just once each wave, right? So we don't need to spawn the ship, so you can hold Alt and disconnect these and delete these, right? And the meteors, we want to spawn them every 2 seconds, so our game be more challenging, right? So for doing that, I want to bring all of these down, and in here I want to create a timer. Set timer by an event, right? And we don't want to connect this execution pin. What we want to do, we want to create custom event. So search for custom event, and I want to call it spawn meteors, right? That's it. But the important thing in here is that we want it to be on loop, and the time we want it to be, for example, 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds we are spawning all of these meteors, right? But this time we wanted to promote it to variable so we can change it later. So promote to variable, and I want to call it meteor spawn interval time, right? That's it. By default it is 2 seconds. We can change it later. Now let's just look at it. If you hit compile and run, you can see after 2 seconds it will start spawning meteors. After another 2 seconds it will spawn another meteors, and you can see it. The other thing that I want to do, I want to change these spawn distance to, for example, 1000, so we don't see their spawning and they will come out of the screen, right? So now let's just run. After 2 seconds there will be some meteors, they will go toward us, some of them of course, and now after 2 seconds again there is more meteors, and the big meteor will go toward us, but the medium meteors and the small meteors will have random direction to go. That makes our game really hard. You can see going toward them is hard. No, we want to be able to spawn the ship as well, but where do we want to spawn it? We want to spawn it with a function. So in here, create a function and call it spawn wave, right? This spawn wave should get a number. So on the input, we want to create a variable of type of integer, and we want to call it wave number, right? So based on this wave number, we want to decide which wave to spawn. But how we can do that? First, we need to get the data of the waves. And for doing that, we can say get data table row, right? And for the row name, what we want to do, we want to use this wave number. So we can use a append, go down in a string, the append one, right? For the A, I want to say wave underscore, and for the B, we want to use the wave number. So it will automatically generate the name of wave data table row, right? Now, the data table that we want to get is DT waves, put it there, and now we can just connect it like this, right? Now for spawning, again, like before, we can just drag and drop, break the S wave. We want to use just the ship 1 and ship 2, right? So for doing that, we can go to event graph and copy one of these and put it over here. First thing first, it needs execution pin, so connect this execution pin to here. We want to spawn ship 1, so connected to class over here, and the amount connect the last index again for ship2. Control C, Control V to paste it over here. Completed, connected to here. For ship2 we can just connect it to here, and the ship2 class reference to this class reference over here. With that done, we can go to event graph. On this begin play, we can decide which waves ship we wanna spawn. For example, let's just start with one that has just one BP ship, right? Now, if you go to spawn manager on this begin play that happened just once, we can use this function, spawn wave, right? The wave number that you wanna spawn is the wave number 1, right? Compile. Now if you run, you can see the ship will be spawned and go toward us and shoot at us, as you can see, and we have lots of meteors. That's what we want. Beautiful. And we have more meteor to be created every 2 seconds.